Let's say goodbye to those photos and hello to videos. It's all about that when it comes to social media these days. Want to bring in Miss Natalie Zafat. She is a social media expert. I'm always reaching out to her with questions. Natalie, great to have you back on the show.
Oh, thanks so much for having me back.
Okay, so this is a big thing. When you go on social media, videos are everywhere. And there are some, I'll be honest, I get very, very intimidated because some people's reels are so intense and good.
I'm with you right there with the intimidation. A couple months ago, Instagram announced that they want to be considered a video sharing app. And so that's really up the ante for a lot of people. If you are using Instagram for your personal or professional development, you really want to make sure you're using video in a way that's compelling. And I'm happy to share a couple tips of how to do just that.
Well, and I think that these videos really can show off either who you are or who your business is, what your business model is. It can really, really sell you.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a really good thing to consider if you are a small business owner or even just a professional trying to make an impact and really show people what your thought leadership is and what your expertise is in a creative way.
Okay, so let's talk about tip number one.
Absolutely. So the good news here is that for Reels, you don't have to go over the top. Actually, videos that are overproduced don't perform as well on Instagram as ones that are a little bit more off the cuff. So for something as little as $25 on Amazon, you can buy a ring light, illuminate your face, look wonderful, and a couple of props. I love a fake plant or an interesting lamp to put in the background that really make you look professional. And also, this setup can sort of double as your Zoom background, which of course everyone needs in 2021.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to have the stuff that looks good. I think people naturally judge things based on looks right at the first. I mean, we're all human. That's kind of what we do. So that's tip number one is, don't go into it a little so stressed out. Just make it you.
Absolutely. And remember, Instagram is a visual platform. So even if you have the most compelling content in the world, if it doesn't look great, it's not necessarily going to be watched as often as something that really looks wonderful. I think once you've got your setup nailed down, you really want to think about what is it that you want to share with the world? Do you want to entertain people? Do you want to educate them? Do you want to show them bloopers from a day in the life or teach them a new skill? Think about what it is that you want to share with the world and just be mindful. You've got up to 60 seconds to do it on Reels. So keep it tight, keep it condensed, and make sure it's well edited.
And I do think that there are people out there, if your business is something that you're teaching people on a daily basis, do that on Reels. I think people often think, oh, I'm giving away all of my information. You're not giving it away. You're reeling people in, right?
That's a good pun, Jenny. Absolutely. Reels are really designed to showcase the sort of tip of the iceberg, give people a sense of what you are about. If you are selling a product or service, that doesn't mean you're giving it away for free, but you do want to tease it. No different than if you were showing on your website or another space like a resume or portfolio, what it is that you have to offer.
Okay, Miss Natalie, and finally, tip number three.
All right, so you've got your setup and you've recorded your first reel. Now it is time to add all the bells and whistles. So that could include trending music that's going to sort of animate and make your video even more compelling. And you also want to add subtitles. And that's because 85% of people actually watch videos without sound. So you want to make sure you have those captions, those subtitles to both make sure people are watching and from an accessibility standpoint.
Oh, I didn't think about that, but it's true. I guess if you're watching at work, you probably have your volume down pretty low or completely off. So that's a very good point. Well, Natalie, you're always full of so much great information. I love following you on social media for that reason. So if people want to follow you, how can they find you?
Yeah, it's just my name, which is Natalie Zafat on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Fantastic. And we will see you next month.
Thanks so much, Jenny. See you later.